Cool.
Hello and welcome back to Morgan's lazy Sunday afternoon productivity stream, where some weeks are more productive than others, and I pretty much always have a snack. Today, I am, of course, your host, Morgan, and I have the lovely, the amazing, the one and only Sako with me today.
Woo! Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things, which I'm doing a lot today, actually. If you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my YouTube channel. It's not just me talking, but it's also like BC Brown and Lisa Daly and the Courtney Project and Lyra Parrish, and among others. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, I stream on Twitch. I stream my art things. I offer $10 commissions, whereas usually you would be paying like $50 for a commission. So there's that. And you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Yay! So, it's been a week. It's been a long week. What have you been working on this week?
Oh my gosh, let me look at the list.
This week, my friend Patrick and I actually did some streams of rewriting people's query letters.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm addicted to rewriting other people's queries because it's infinitely easier than your own. But I just, because of work, I haven't been like strolling the query support groups and doing it as much as I used to. And Patrick apparently was inspired by me when he first got on like the querying scene, and has made a study of it and has studied like all the publicly available queries and like their length, how many of them use comps, how many of them are personalized, etc., and has like the spreadsheet and the numbers crunched and some pretty amazing stats for at least getting second looks for people. So it's really exciting to know that I inspired that, even though, I didn't put in the work. But yeah, everybody knows it's a billion times easier to rewrite somebody else's query because you don't know everything that you're trying to leave out. So it's easier to see what like peaks in the reader's mind and, trim it. It's much easier to trim when you don't know all the details. Because obviously it would have been important or you wouldn't have put it in the story in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So I see we have Andy with us. Hello and welcome. And Andy was agreeing that it's easier to help someone clean their house than clean your own. And the same, of course, is true with queries. So for those of you who have not looked into traditional publishing, a query is the letter that you send a literary agent to have them take you on as a client, and they send your work to publishers and take a percentage in exchange for knowing how to pitch it, and hopefully, with any luck, being an editorial agent and getting your works polished so that they show their best to the current market. And they act as a contracts lawyer for specifically book stuff, because a lot of contract lawyers don't know what to ask for and don't know what they should expect when it comes to writing stuff. So in the comments, I see that Doc is here enjoying my colorful eyes. I decided to match my shirt. And Kelly says hello as well.
Hello,
Doc
Kelly.
says a query is an invitation to an agent to hire them. Sort of, because, they won't take you on if they don't think they can sell your book, because why work selling a product you don't think you don't know where to sell if you don't know where in the market it would go. So it's kind of like a cover letter for a job interview and kind of seeing if they want to work with you on your amazing writing and career. So, but a lot of the times it's just that lovely, beautiful external validation that we all want and crave.
Yeah.
So, oh, I am sleepy.
I have a lot of things on my to-do list this week.
Yeah.
And I suspect it's going to get longer next week.
Shocked. Andy would like to say that a query is a way of saying, I think this is the start of a beautiful and profitable relationship, and here's why. So definitely. There's some aspects of that. Hi. Catechus says hello.
Hi, Catechus.
But he's mostly rubbing on my laptop screen from the backside. Oh, goodness. Hi. Oh, he came around to gnaw the shit out of me because he likes gnawing on Mama. Hey, baby. Who's my kitty boy? So I've been tweaking my query and my synopsis forever and a day. And Doc says his own Gilly would like some treats as well. So totally get that one. Oh.
So guess what?
What? Tell me.
I applied to be a psychic online.
Ooh. Reading your cards or what?
Yeah. Doing tarot readings online. Yeah.
When will you find out?
Hopefully next week.
Okay.
I got some strong recommendations from people who work for the same company.
Nice.
So, boy, could I use the money.
I hear that.
Boy, I could use the money.
I'm getting kisses. I'm getting kitty kisses right now. It's very distracting. Hi. Oh, no, we want to eat, Mama. Somebody also is ready for their nails to get trimmed. Doc is curious in whether or not you're only psychic online.
Waka waka. I would be online and psychic. I don't consider myself psychic. I just consider myself like someone who starts the conversation. And mostly when it comes to shadow work. So, like, I don't know.
Do I need more shadows in order to have shadow work?
I'm sure you have shadows.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody has shadows. It's just a matter of whether or not they face them.
Gotcha. Okay. So what are you going to be working on today? Have you decided yet?
I think I'm going to be continuing to work on, so I'm making these like Book of Shadows, witchy, bullet journal things digitally for Etsy. So I spent a lot of today figuring out what witches would want out of a planner. And I think the eviler twin asks if she has shadows. Eviler.
I mean, while I am the evil twin, as we've discussed before, it is a relative scale. On the grand scheme of good and evil, I don't think I quite make it to evil, but on a scale of my sister to me.
Your sister is like butterflies and rainbows.
Right. So, yeah. Gentle. The good kitty. We're getting there. He's been much more gentle this week, but partially because I haven't been home. So,
what the hell?
He likes gnawing on Mama. What did I tell you?
Holy crap!
Hi. Plus, I've been gone all day, and I just got home, and it's playtime. Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Yeah, jingle bell.
Go fetch it. Go get it. No.
Oh, but that means I have to move.
How about ribbon? It's clearly cat playtime.
It is clearly cat playtime.
So I am not going to be able to get anything done until I play with my kitty a little.
Yeah, I guess so.
Luckily, I keep a lot of like toys right there to indulge my very spoiled kitty. And I also keep, of course, the bottle of spray for when someone crosses the line. So in the audience, Andy agreed that Catechus is saying, hey, pay attention to me. Doc believes that Catechus is saying I'm tasty. And Andy
saw that head swivel.
Right. And Andy will be working on revising his noir short story today.
I'm going to make some witchy sheets.
So I will be, I think, getting ready to query, like actually query again, rather than like futz around with my query package. So my synopsis reads a little more like a story and a little less like a summary.
That's hard.
Which I think is a little more solid.
Okay.
But clearly my other query was not working because I was not getting requests. So it's time to rework it and see what I can do. Kelly says that shadows sounds neutral.
No. Not quite.
Yeah. Doc says he's going to be working on designing a bookmark to get printed up. That's nice.
Don't forget bleed.
Oh, bleed. Yeah. So don't go all the way to the edge.
Or go to the edge, but go past the edge
Gotcha.
by like a quarter of an inch. Like,
oh, wow. Okay.
They say an eighth of an inch, but I go a little bit farther just because.
Okay. Kelly is finishing up a chapter.
Nice.
Jennifer is here. Hello and welcome.
Hi,
and is working on their new YA mystery novella.
Nice.
And obviously, I will be researching agents and playing with this attention hog until he decides it's nap time.
That is a cat.
He's 8 months now. He should be settling down in like sometime in the next 3 to 6 months, right?
He might start settling down in a year. Maybe. And even then, he's still going to want to play. He's still going to want to
I'm not saying he won't want to play. I'm saying maybe gentle, good kitty. So. This piece of ribbon is one of the best toys, I swear.
Yeah.
So Jennifer is reassuring me to not count on him settling down anytime soon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, and my mouse fell way under my desk. Oh.
I think my kitty's going on 3.
Uh-huh.
And he's snoozing next to me now, so.
Right?
He did claw me up a little bit earlier by playing, but he doesn't play with me very often. Partly because when he was a kitten, he clawed me up real good, and I was not having it. So
yeah, I've been shutting down the ankle biting pretty solid, and it's definitely backed off a lot.
Oh, good. Ankle biting.
Not a fan. Andy says that his boys are 10 years old and they still go on their freakouts. I mean, yeah, every cat, like between 9:30 and like 11 at night, are going to have the zoomies. I mean, they're cats. And those are their like core hours. Cat, you were going to fall again. He just trusts me to keep him from falling off the side of the table. It's adorable, but stupid.
Like that. Go that way. Go that way.
Oh my goodness. You are a silly butt. Are you a silly butt? He's a silly butt.
Yeah, he is.
True facts about the catechist.
True facts.
So anyway, this despite what you might have suspected, is not actually a Morgan showing off her cat being cute. This is actually a productivity sprint. You may not have been aware, but how long do we want? A long sprint or my average sprint?
25 sounds good.
Okay, we'll bump it up. I'm willing to bump it up. Are we shocked? Are we stunned?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe it's starting to amuse me slightly less. Maybe I just work better in longer sprints anyway.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, here is the sprint, and we're going up. So let's see, 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and set this timer. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Doc says, bump up the jam. And Jennifer says, if Catechist comes back to play, to totally put the camera on him. So I will definitely do that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm hoping to find 2 or 3 agents during the sprint, but we'll see what happens. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, bam. And we're back. And we have a wild duck appearing.
Oh.
So, welcome, Doc. How's your week been? What are you working on today?
Well, let's see if I can share my screen. I can show you.
Ooh. Fancy.
Just got to find the right window. And this is the point where there's too many windows. Let's see. I'm working on a bookmark.
It's a bookmark.
Yep. So I mean, this is literally what I just slapped up in the last few seconds. Well, in the last sprint, I created my trim guidelines here, and I've got the cover artwork, the cover titles, and I think I need to remove the small print and just the name from the cover, and just threw in some sample text to see what I could do with it.
Okay.
So
I would go ahead.
I think I need to work on it a bit more.
I'm not a graphic artist. Obviously, Sako is our resident. I was just going to say that for legibility, I would probably grab a translucent block of, I don't know, black or white, and put it behind the text just to fade out the background a little more.
Or choose a font that isn't an outline font.
Yeah, well, I just started looking at fonts, so
that can take all week.
Yeah, that can take all week. Yeah,
but it's like I think the titles show up, and that's basically white with a black shadow. So I'll probably do something similar to the actual text. And stay out of my munchies.
Munchy.
I've got a cat who's trying to get at my my bold Czech mix. So
I mean, checks are for kids,
not kittens.
Right?
She doesn't care.
So while we were on break, we got a Kitty Roseland. Hello. I think this might be the first time you've hit my stream, and you were totally welcome. I love new people, and clearly Jennifer knows you because they are excited to see you. During the sprint, Andy got 600 or so words rewritten, and a great use of the amazing cover for your book.
Yep. I've had this in planning for a while. I just finally got around to doing
it. Kelly says, is the font centered? And Patrick asks, are we fawning or offering critique on the cover? The cover is already out, so we do not critique the cover art at all. And obviously this is an early draft, so we're holding our criticism for it later, I think. Kibby says this is their first time at our sprint. Yay! I love new people. So let me know in the comments what you've been working on. I mean, besides, being all judgy at Doc.
Besides being all judgy at Doc.
I've literally put 25 minutes into this. So
legit. Hence reserving. Hey, my shirt. What does it say? What does it say? You are enough. So, Patrick is holding his critique for now. He enjoys critiquing. I think maybe more than I'm not sure which Patrick prefers, coming up with new story ideas and not writing them, or critiquing other people's works. Right? It's rough.
Yeah, the not writing them kind of like impacts your cred when you're critiquing other people's work.
Patrick says he judges everyone. It's factually all he can do when he wakes up. I mean, legit. Jennifer is choosing her mentors for hashtag Pitch Wars this year. Holy shit, she's actually doing Pitch Wars. I am an expert at entering and dealing with the emotional repercussions of not even getting a request. So while supporting people who get requests and getting stressed out. So I've been in the trenches. I have not been chosen, but good luck. I hope you do amazing things. And I like to tell myself, They didn't choose me because they couldn't see any way to make my story better than it already was. It's a nice delusion, and it comforts me when I don't want to cry myself to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So, Kibby is doing a final edits on chapters 1 through 5, approximately 7,900 words. That's awesome.
That is
and
awesome.
Jennifer likes my shirt.
Mhm.
I wore it to match my book skirt. My skirt has books all over it.
It does.
So, and it has pockets.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so.
That's the skirt you can't leave on the shelf.
Nice. Jennifer says, so I can come crying to you when I don't get chosen. Yes, I actually have been for the past 5 years running like 2-3 Facebook support groups for Pitch War hopefuls. So it's definitely a thing I do. Yay, Kibby likes my skirt too. It was a gift from my brother-in-law. It used to be ankle length and I just cut it off. So yeah.
Okay.
Patrick says that I'm very good at drying writers' tears.
Aww.
Patrick is not good at drying writers' tears.
Mm-hmm.
This is not one of the skills that he excels in.
No. He uses up all the drying up of tears with his kids, and he's done when it comes to writers, I think. Which, legit. So, are we ready for another sprint? Do we want to chat? What are we doing?
I am ready for another sprint.
I have something like hundreds of fonts to go through, so and that's just what's on my machine already.
Patrick would like to reassure that he's good at causing writers tears, and I believe also true that he's good at comforting his own kids, and then he's done.
So Patrick is an editor, is what you're saying.
Yes, Patrick edits. Kitty is here for the sprint. So let's get started. I'm going to share that screen and let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Get some productivity done. Or a snack, you do you.
Or both.
And we're back.
Yay!
So how goes the bookmarking?
Let's see. I made some changes. I played with a few different fonts. This is one that's semi-acceptable, and I kind of played around with the wording a bit. Still needs more work, but yeah, I'm not sharing.
I don't blame you.
Well,
Sako?
I'm trying to share, but I'm not sharing.
I'm still doing research as to what witches want out of a planner and what kind of pages I'm going to include in my PDF.
Holidays, moon cycles.
I mean, other than the obvious, you know.
Yeah.
Ritual pages have been requested, and
Planting days, if they're hedge witches, you know, if they're kitchen witches, they're gonna want, you know, now's the time to, you know, start your tomatoes from seed or whatever.
oh, like almanac sort of things.
Yeah. Assuming, you know, kitchen witch.
Yeah.
Even just like reminders for here's where you should start planning for the next big SBOT. Or Sawbuck.
Yeah.
So, popping into the comments, Jennifer says that they know a couple legit witches and may have them cast a spell that may help Jennifer get chosen in Pitch Wars. And I had to share a story. I know a writer who legit sacrificed a stuffed animal, and I told her she was a horrible person, and she got an agent, and that agent was not able to sell her book, and they parted ways. So, you know, getting to the next step by asking for intervention may not get you all the way there.
Yeah. It's one thing to get an agent, but you want a good agent who's going to get the job done.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how good the agent is if that's not what they're buying, you know?
Yeah. Right.
So, also, my brain decided that grabbing the last pack of Doritos is now apparently Desperado.
Desperado. Yeah.
Last Dorito, why don't you come to your senses? It's a problem. Mm-hmm. And Patrick believes that I lived my life like a Dorito bag in the wind. Uh-huh. Hopefully not, but you know, you never know. So Kibby got halfway through chapter 2 revisions. Woot! Kibby suggested reminders to clean or sage. Misty Kate, hello and welcome. We love new people. We love returning people. I just like people in general. I mean, it might not be the case for all live streamers, but I think many of us like people. Mm-hmm. At least on our terms. So Andy got another 300 words edited. He's going to keep going until the
brats on the grill.
I think that's supposed to be
brats on the grill are done. Did you make enough for everyone? Are you chewing on my notebook? Yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Why did you chew on your chew toys?
Because they're too chewy.
It's a stick. It's a stick wrapped in twine. This is literally the only thing Amazon had as a chew toy for cats.
They don't take teeth marks nearly as well. No.
Right? So Kelly is trying to bring this chapter to an end. Andy says that we correctly guessed what dinner was. Haley is here. Hello, Haley. Catechist says hello. And also he would like to nom on Mom's arm so she can't scroll and look at the comments. Out, gentle. So
Snap.
Missy Kate says, thank you. Nice to be here and writing. This is, in fact, the typical day and time I both stream and sprint. So hello to everyone. Yay. Haley says, Haley has us on mute because she's also streaming, but hopes things are going well. So I should probably reply in the chat. Hey, thanks for coming. You're always welcome. Sorry for dueling streams.
The streams.
I claimed this time first. Do not eat me. What did I just say? Did you hear what I said?
I did.
Do you know what my cat immediately did?
He tried to eat you.
He did, in fact, try to eat me. So Catechus is, for newcomers, a 8-month-old who likes to gnaw on mom.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's not being a snuggle bug, because he can also snuggle bug. And he loves hanging out with me and just settling down right there, keeping an eye on me. And occasionally he does this thing where he puts his paw out and just holds my hand to his paw. And it's like God reaching out to touch man or man reaching out to touch God. And I'm pretty sure I'm God in this situation. Pretty sure.
I hope so.
So, I mean, he has his good points when he's not gnawing on me. So you said eat me, not what was that end thing? That was please, right?
Yeah. Please eat me.
That was the only part that I heard clearly, so I went with it.
I mean, clearly. So whoop. Hi, sweetness. Oh, you're right. My AC is set to 78. Let's fix that. What? You turned off my camera? Really? Ow! So, I do have my limits. I do not, in fact, let the cat walk all over. Okay, I let the cat walk all over me because it's like a little baby, like massage with little paws on your back. Oh my goodness! But it's not a very effective massage.
No, it's not.
So, oh good, he's off playing with something else now. So now that my cat has stopped attacking me, Maya is here. Hello and welcome. You have by no means missed all the sprints. We're about to go into another one because I just finished getting my cat to stop eating me. So
yeah. It's not yet 6. We're at least good for one more.
Right?
We're at least good for one more.
Yeah. Andy says he shouldn't laugh. He's had the cats push down his laptop during Zoom meetings. Mine just turned off the camera and likes to knock the mouse off the desk. So I have.
Is it a mouse or a lemming?
No. I do have a towel over all the cables behind to minimize any gnawing activities. But yeah, so Maya has had a busy day and voted to, that's awesome, advanced polls for the Canadian election. Dun, dun, dun. So I hope the best candidate wins, whoever that may be. I am unfortunately not up with the Canadian options. Oh, hey, Jennifer had success, got mentors situated, about to make her aesthetic board for this project. Super fun. And Catechus has apparently inspired Kelly of an Elvira episode in which a clouder ate their owner. I believe after she died in bed. It was a weird show.
It's usually better when the cats eat you after you die.
That is typically when the cats try to eat you. Yes.
I mean, Catechus would never leave me there rotting.
Yep.
Which, is something I never want to do. So, not on board with rotting.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's here for me.
And
with that, shall we sprint?
We shall.
On with the immortality and being consumed.
Kimmy, there's a difference between biting and eating. He did not actually rip off any flesh. He has not actually been vicious. He's just been energetic and naughty. He does have a little gum inflammation, so I think he likes chewing on things. Mostly me and cables. I haven't actually seen him chew on anything else besides food, cables, and my wrist. So.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We were going to sprint. I'm going to add the timer to the stream. I'm going to set the timer. We're doing 25-minute sprints, but still 21 seconds since it's 2021. I can't totally let go of things that amuse me. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Be productive or get a snack. You do you. And we're back. I sent out a query.
Yay!
Huzzah!
So that was a stressful moment, but you know,
I
in
like
case you
that.
saw me go boop, like that's what was happening. So how was your sprint?
Good. I have like a to-do list basically. So next
Nice.
week will be good because I'll have a direction to go.
I like having directions to go.
I know, right?
Plans. Very type A here. So, Doc, how is your bookmark coming along? Is it booky and marky?
Yeah, I played with the design a little bit more here, and then I started playing with it again on Vistaprint, and I'm noticing things are coming out a little bit differently when I try to put the elements in Vistaprint.
Yeah.
And I'm finding myself kind of going back and forth of how much do I want to do in canning a single design on my machine, and how much do I want to do in Vistaprint? But
Yeah, I totally get that. So, we had people join.
Better
Devin
late
is
than
here. Hello, Devin. And Blinkerbell made it. Hello and welcome. So excited to have more people in the stream.
Even though we're wrapping up.
I might stick around. I want to get one more out tonight. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if any of you have traditionally queried traditional agents, but there's this lovely thing called the manuscript wishlist site. And also there's the hashtag MSWL on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But their search algorithm stinks. It's inclusive instead of exclusive. So when I'm looking for an agent, not an editor, that does YA and fantasy, it gets me everyone who does YA, everyone who does fantasy, and everyone who's an agent. That is not as useful a search algorithm as one might hope.
Indeed.
When querying to agents, YA fantasy.
Kind of not useful at all.
It lowers them down, and I've gotten pretty good. I think at this point I've queried so much, I'm like, I don't recognize the name of that agency. Well, let me do some research and see if they've actually sold anything.
I forgot my pen was glittery.
Yeah. And I get really nervous when places say that they're a full service literary agency. Does that mean they also publish stuff? And like, are they actually a small press that are pretending to be agents? Which are two totally different routes. And they're both good routes, but I don't want to think I'm traditionally querying and end up going into small press. I want you to tell me you're small press right off the bat.
I would hope what it really means is not only will they represent you for getting your book published, they will represent you for negotiating movie rights. They will represent you for international sales and things like that.
And possibly be an editorial agent in the first place.
Well, I have thoughts on whether or not your agent should be your editor.
So,
which not everyone else has to agree with, so I won't go into it.
Right. So Jennifer cursed at staying in the boonies. Kibby managed to finish chapter 3. Oh my goodness. You edited 3 chapters in one live stream. So that is pretty forking awesome. So forking awesome.
How long?
Jennifer asks, what's up, hashtag Tugwaddle? I don't know who Tugwaddle is. I guess maybe it's Devin.
It's Devin.
Okay.
The guy with all the links. Tugwaddle is the guy with all the links. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And you got another 350 words edited, so over a page, and is off to dinner. Thank you for coming. Have a good dinner. Save me some of those brats. Right? Blinkerbell, thanks for coming, even though we're wrapping up. Hey. I was here for the majority of the sprint. Yay. But thank you for letting me feel welcome when I can't be here the entire time. That's totally fine. I think Doc was 20 minutes late. So
And stuff to do that didn't need to be on camera.
Right. Patrick says he has not seen a good agent database yet. Search is broken or search is minimal. Yeah. The search and query tracker is just name or agency, not really what they represent. And there are a lot of agents on manuscript wish lists that are not on query tracker. And I'm just like, if they're not on both, does that mean they haven't had any sales? What's their track record? And it makes me more hesitant. So it's a little dicey, but it just means do your research, you know? So over on Twitch, Blinkerbell says they've been uploading the photos from devices to storage, which is automated, but I'm doing nothing while it's being done. Hey, I spent my live stream last week sorting and archiving all the things in my download folder. So, you know, I totally understand the need for this. Blinkerbell, totally not typing. Blinkerbell asks, any indies with substantial backlist sales likely to have an agent, not one aiming at traditional? I don't know that indie people have agents.
Some do.
Okay, good.
Well, are they? Let me put this quickly because we're running out of time. Do they have agents because they're actually hybrid authors, or do they have agents because the agents are negotiating for movies and international and audio?
True.
The agent basically helps with marketing and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if they're traditionally literary agents or if they are more of like a marketing person who does.
It might be a marketing
stuff on the side.
Yeah.
Like an assistant that like knows where to show your face and, you know, send out the works and stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, definitely they overlap with a literary agent, but not exclusively. So.
Got you.
Let's see. Kibby is like, thank you for the accolades. I'm kind of efficient at getting through those edits. Blinkerbell would like to reassure you that it was just Sako and me being early, not you being late.
Yeah, well, it's because I had a writers group meeting right before this that Sako jumped out early so she could be there for you.
But you were running it, so a little harder.
I was running it. I couldn't leave early.
Right. Yeah. So, Blinkerbell says that Kennedy Fox of co-authors has an agent.
Yes, they were primarily who I was thinking of.
Yeah. And literary agents do more than novel publishing. They helped handle the international and translations. Yeah. They negotiate your rights. That's what they do. So and find, you know, people to publish internationally. That's part of what they do.
A lot of trad publishers end up having their American publisher being their agent for international rights, but there's no reason you have to do that. You can also have your agent go international for you.
Yup. True that. So, I figured out why my cat was so bitey earlier.
Why?
He uses pens as toys, and I was writing with it, which was weird because I was playing with his toy.
Oh.
Play with my toy, Mom.
Because I was trying to take notes on like agents and stuff.
Right, of course.
And so, he's like, Mama's playing with me. So, Blinkerbell wants to let people know who haven't pursued traditional publishing that many publishers don't allow submissions without agents. But one can traditionally publish without an agent with either the right connections or many agents or publishers will have like a reading window or something where they will allow unagented works to be submitted. However, do note that if you go ahead and submit then and they say no, and then you find an agent who knows how to tweak your story, that it's in bad form to resubmit to someone who already said no. So a lot of agents will not take works that have been heavily submitted to publishers because that means you've already closed a lot of doors. So yes, agents are always optional and always a good idea, especially if you're going traditional. And yes, always free. You never pay your agent. They take a commission. They take part of your, contract, but you don't pay them.
They don't get paid unless you get paid.
Right. Yes. So that's why they can only take stuff. They have to both love it and know who to sell it to. If they don't think they can sell it, if they don't know who they can sell it to, they can love it all they want, but they're not going to take you on because they're doing all this work and they're not expecting to find the right market for you. So the struggle is real. The struggle is real. So I hope everybody had a great sprint. I need to get at least another submission out, so I'm going to stick around. Sako, do you have to go? Doc?
I can hang out.
I'm still waiting for groceries, so.
Okay. Then who's in?
I'm in for another sprint.
Right? Kelly just had a question. Is that going to 8 publishers outside of going through an agent? Yes. Some publishers are either always open or occasionally have an open window for open submissions. But if you get a no then, you eventually get an agent, your agent, it's in bad form for them to submit to that same person who told you no. Blinkerbell says over on Twitch, if the agents weren't picky, no one would care about traditional publishing.
Here.
True, but if traditional publishing was as glutted as the self-publishing, it would be a lot harder for anything to make traction, which, I think is part of the reason I'm still pursuing. I don't know if I have the hustle game to go indie. I dream of having the hustle game.
You know what's funny is the amount of hustle you put into like your query stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you have the chops for it.
Thank you. I haven't counted it out yet, but I still want that external validation. So I'm pushing on for now.
Right on.
That's
Yeah, it all depends on your strategy too. I mean,
yeah.
My marketing strategy for going indie is to write more books. So
yeah, I need to actually edit some stuff.
Yeah.
I have one edited and so many rough drafts. So Kibby says that Kibby's here for a while, has 2 more chapters left to do, but has gotten through 4,409 words. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Aw, Blinkerbell thinks I could totally market my books. Maybe hybrid it up, find another story for indie. Gotta polish things. Aww. I would totally document the bleep out of my path. So
yeah.
But remember, this is publishing. Just because what worked for me doesn't mean it'll work for you.
Indeed.
So, okay, let's go ahead and get another sprint, and I will, dream of the next agent I query saying, yes, I know exactly who to sell you to. Be mine, be mine. I mean, that's what we all wish, right?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, bam. And we're back. I spent most of that sprint coming up with the one-line pitch to go along with everything else. Mostly going through all my pit mads and being like, which ones were the most successful? And was that actually successful or just
Popular.
retweet for retweet? Because I posted and pinned it early.
Yeah.
But it's the one Patrick helped me craft, so I'm going with it.
Cool.
I'm just like, is it punchy enough? Is it too busy? I don't even know. Don't even know. So, how was your sprint?
I'm drawing letters.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay. I played more with the tools on Vistaprint and thought maybe that I was trying to put too much on the front of the bookmark and
Maybe.
came up with a simpler design and pushed a lot of the verbiage back.
Oh,
So,
nice. From my very not very good knowledge, simpler is usually better. Maybe.
Sometimes.
Okay. Thank you, Sako.
Hey, I've played with at least 3 different designs, so I'm still figuring out what I'm doing here. But
Right. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to pop over to the comments. A Blinker Bell over on Twitch asked me if I teamed up with Barrett Laurie. I have not.
You should. I think you guys
Okay.
would get along great.
If you could link me his Twitch, I could totally hook up. He does the critique live streams, focuses on traditional publish route for his stuff, but interviews indie and traditional authors. Aww. I'd be a fun guest host for those critique lives. People read excerpts and folks give live feedback. I'm good at giving feedback, and I think I'm not too harsh. I think I'm but also
I love your feedback.
Thank you. Blinkerbell says next month has a focus on youth-friendly critique live. Maybe a query letter one could be a thing. God, to hear all the queries. Dun, dun, dun. Kibby said, lol, got nothing done this sprint. In real life, crap happened. Raven is here. Hello. Raven says, real life, the writer's one weakness.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh no, Raven's AC is dead.
She's melting.
He's melting. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Kelly is getting close to getting his activities for today done. That's awesome. Is it a chapter or a short? I can't remember. And Kibby waved to Raven. And Blinkerbell had a nice sprint. Yay! It's always good when people have a nice sprint. So I kicked 2 people off my query list because I went and I read and I'm like, I fit their broad genre, but I'm not what they're excited about right now.
Right.
So yeah. Kelly said he's working on a chapter, not a short. So Blinkerbell already done melted. Rest in puddle.
Rest in puddle.
Kibby says, oh no, how do you live without AC? I assume a lot of iced beverages, fans, and
Showers.
It's a sweaty life.
Devin said hello to somebody's kitty.
Oh, that was my kitty. This is this one.
Has Devin been here since my kitty was a thing? Because this is my kitty. I have a kitty now.
Oh, look at that napper.
I wish this one would be napping instead of hugging him.
Did I wake you? Aw.
Oh.
If you saw him on something blue, that's the towel that protects the cables from the gnawing.
Ah, that is wise.
Right? As long as nothing overheats, we'll be good.
Yeah.
So, Blinkerbell waved in kitty over on Twitch.
Weeping kitty.
Patrick said when we lacked AC, it was cold stuff, frozen stuff, swearing, windows, and changing clothes a lot.
Yeah.
I get that. Oh my goodness. It only officially died today. The maintenance team came out to look at it yesterday and thought he'd fixed it, but clearly something else is wrong. Oh, that's the worst.
That's the worst.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
I'd say set them on fire, but heat is not something you want to add to right now.
Oh my God.
Kelly says from his experience, living in Georgia, sleeping by an open window at night helps. Too. I mean, with a screen.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, that's
We
ridiculous.
had problems with our AC a couple years ago, and we just went out and got a portable AC unit to run in the bedroom. It's like, didn't care about the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. You might have a friend who has one. Reach out and see if anybody local can loan you one. So, Kibby agreed with us. They were just there. So, I think even though I'm planning on doing some more querying, that I might want some dinner first. So
Yeah.
So I think
dinner break.
we're going to go ahead and call it a night, but I might be back on later.
Woo.
So Kibby says, when I loved in Washington State, no AC, but lots of fireplace time. I need more fireplace time.
You at least have a fireplace. If I have fireplace time, it's an emergency.
Yeah. Raven says with the AC, he needs to do that with his office. His computer's running far too warm as a result. Oh, the portable AC thing. Yeah. Yeah. When I lived in a 3-story house, we put an AC unit in the office anyway, because it was upstairs, and the upstairs is always warmer. And with 2 computers going, it was like that room was either that room was comfortable and the rest of the house was freezing, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was not wait for my husband at the time to help me and shove it out the window. And it landed on a concrete pad. And we brought it upstairs and we plugged it in. And it worked. It was loud, but it worked.
Oh.
So, when you push it like halfway out the window, I was trying to straighten it up a little and lift it, and I had it in, and then I was just trying to straighten it one last time, and literally just shoved it out the window. So
awesome.
Fun.
Don't pull a Morgan. So Bell is off to dinner. Have fun. And Kibby is laughing their butt off at me because it was hilarious. Raven, yes, my office is a small room upstairs next to my son's room, and both rooms get warm very quickly. Yeah. I grew up, we had 2 AC window units, one in my mom's bedroom and one in the living room. And all rooms that were not in use had the doors closed during the day. And my room was at the end of the hall. And when you opened the door, there was the wall of the closet, and you had to immediately turn left. So I grew up with my room typically 10 to 15 degrees warmer than the rest of the house.
Yeah, me too.
A ceiling fan can only do so much, even if you open up the doors after the sun goes down to let the bedrooms cool some.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, you never, ever turned my fan higher than 3. It went up to 5, but my stepdad had installed it, and it's the type like on a cord that goes through instead of mounted. And I went off to college, and I come back, and they're trying to air out my room, and somebody turned it up to 5 who was not used to my fan, like say said stepdad who installed it, and the globe smacked into the wall and shattered into a billion pieces.
Okay.
So they replaced it with one that's ceiling mounted.
Yes.
So, true story.
Oh my gosh. Horror story.
Yeah.
Nobody was under it. They were just airing it out in preparation for me to arrive. So Raven says to exist at this moment, he currently has a small, powerful fan blowing directly into the open case of his tower.
Yeah.
And Kelly says, yeah, ceiling fans generally have to be left running to be effective. Yeah, but as long as you turn it on within an hour of going into the room, you're probably going to do okay.
Yeah.
especially if you're not going in until after the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And in the south where it gets hot. And humid. Oh my gosh, the humidity. But yeah, no, my childhood was mom saying, hey, y'all should go outside and play, turn up the AC on your way out, as mom turned on the Nintendo. And then I would come in and she's like, oh, it needs to rest after 2 hours. It's time for dinner and bath and bed. And then I would hear Zelda or Adventures of Link, more likely.
Yeah.
Strains drifting down the hallway.
Yeah.
Kelly reminds us that the direction of the spin is important. Very true. And Kibby suggests the swamp cooler, put a bowl of ice behind it. Just be careful, it's not knockoverable if you have cats. Yeah. I fixed my fountain problem. So I have a cat, and I have a cat fountain. And twice I have had like boxes or things land in it and then redirect said fountain all over my kitchen floor.
Oh, awesome.
Not awesome. So I was like, you know what I really need? I need like a lid to it so things can't like fall down into it. And I'm thinking about like maybe a hard-sided plastic square box. And then I look where my fountain is sitting and I move 2 like drink 6-packs and I scoot it back under the shelf under the island. And now it has a shelf over it. And because it's under the lip of the island, things are not going to fall into it. I have solved my problem.
Not going to fall into it or onto the cat while drinking from it.
Well, it's very unlikely to have things fall onto the cat because the cat is the one pushing things over.
This is also true.
So he jumps up on the counter and like it's an island. He's not on like the counter space where I cook on. But he skids and things fall sometimes. And I have accidentally tossed like a mouse into it.
Yeah. But
a felt mouse. Felt, not real.
Do have a way of pushing things just so and leaving in them, and then minor fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field cause them to go off the edge.
I mean, clearly. Yeah. So Raven says, Raven gave us an update. Work-wise, Sako's drunken offer to beta read my novel as me obsessively picking at it, trying to fine-tune it.
That's really funny. I still have the file open, by the by. I've been slowly picking through it.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do our outros and like figure out dinner.
Okay. Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako, also known as Cass. Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those 3 things. In fact, I'm doing that a lot today. If you are in the market for videos on marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Toomey Cass Voit. And it's not just me talking, it's like a whole bunch of other author tubers too. And I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Fridays. And you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Yay!
And I'm Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. You can find all my stuff by looking down below in the links. And if that's too much for you to remember, just go to your favorite search engine and search for Doc Coleman Steampunk, and you'll find my books, short stories, and other anthologies that I've been in, and my blog.
Ooh. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am literally, during the stream, actively querying fantasy author. I also blog, vlog, and podcast writing tips from the pros and my own writerly musings over on morganhazelwood.com and YouTube/MorganHazelwood, and some onto twitch.tv/MorganHazelwood. You may be sensing a theme. This week, I shared notes on writing and illustrating comics starring the one, the only Sako Toomey from her panel at Imaginarium 2021.
I tried.
I tried to make it coherent and useful, I hope, because obviously panels jump around and conversations are not necessarily, classes. But
Yeah, truth.
so that's what I did over on the blog and vlog this week, and the podcast, Writing Tips and Writerly Musings, which you can find everywhere you do podcasts. This week was the 4 components necessary to bring a scene to life. Tips from the pros at a Balticon a couple years ago. It was really helpful and definitely things I need to occasionally remind myself when revising.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me. And this week I've been doing some pop-up streams with Patrick Hopkins, working on live streaming some query and synopsis rewrites. So you may see some more of those pop up. Who knows? You can watch them on reruns, and I'm just babbling now. So check me out everywhere as Morgan Hazelwood, and we'll be back again next Sunday to maybe even be productive. So we'll see. Have a good week. Bye-bye.